Know these streets, Cass Avenue, Smith, Leslie, Morgan, Parsons, these streets, Cheeseman, always create a lot of activity and people love the estate. And today you're seeing it in its worst possible conditions, but I guarantee you in summertime or springtime, it is a marvellous place to live. The documentation's been on display the past half an hour in the home, obviously, and the past 3 or 4 days in the office. I'm going to price that for you, give all the reasons why you should bid and buy the property, and then there'll be spotlight or sunshine or rain off my shiny bald head. Over to you to bid and buy the property today at 15 French Street in Croydon. Property itself, of course, a public auction. There is no cooling off period. Once my hand strikes the paperwork like that, and you're the last and highest bid of the property, you'll be the purchaser and new owner of 15 French Street in Croydon. Of course, a public auction, no cooling off periods. And once my paperwork does strike my hand like that, as I mentioned before, there's no correspondence entered into, no late bids, property has been sold, and you are the new purchaser. Of course, chattels which stay with the property, all your carpets, drapes, fixed light fittings will stay with the home. Ovens, hot plate, dishwasher, coffee machine, everything you see of a fixed and permanent nature, of course, will stay with today's property at French Street, Croydon. Terms are very flexible. 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer, and the settlement, it can be 90, 120 or even 150 days. Our vendor's very flexible. So if you need time to sell your own property over springtime, great opportunity to have it 90, 120, 150 days settlement for your own purchase or your own sale as well. Auctioneer clause attached to the documentation. It goes on to read that everything was made available, the rules from the kitchen bench, obviously the past half an hour. It mentions that I can't accept bids for the property after I've knocked it down. So once we say sold, we can't reopen the bidding. I'm sorry about that. You've got to put your hand in the air. We'll see your bids, we'll write them down, we won't miss you. The vendors have a reserve price. So auctioneer will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids. So if you're here today to disrupt the auction, ladies and gentlemen, you can't do that as well. If they ask you to not do that, the rules permit vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction, I'll say it's with me vendor bid. I won't take bids off the passing cars or the lovely trees or the bird life. I won't do that at all. I'll say it's with me against you, make it really clear. And by law, only I as the auctioneer can make a vendor bid. And all your documentation's been on display, all your rate zonings have been in section 32 to let you know that, but as you know, it's neighbourhood residential zone. Your block size is a good old-fashioned block of land in Croydon. It's in the metric term some 42.67, a display of some 4.3 across the corner there of the fence, some 15.24 easterly boundary here, a southern boundary of some 45.72, and a westerly boundary, the pool side, of some 18.27. Total grand size of 847 square metres. So today's day and age, where the blocks are getting smaller and smaller, got a good old-fashioned block of land of approaching 1/4 of an acre. But having dual access is lovely too. The ability to park your car and drive straight through a tradesman's area for trailers, cars, whatever you may need. Ideal property at that. Buyers, are there any questions regarding the formal documentation you're bidding on here this morning? Bit of frog in the throat, guys, so I'm just going to wet the whistle for you. But what I'm going to talk about very quickly is a few things. Location is always paramount, and I must admit, in my 30 years of real estate, Golfington Estate's always one of the nicest properties or pockets to live in. It's tightly held, of course, and areas such as Alto Avenue, Montana Parade are always well set on a personal opinion, but I would say Golfington Estate is one of the nicest localities to live in. Not many homes ever come up for sale, only ever 2 or 3 for sale at any one given stage. But to get a property new, it's renovated, all been done, nothing to do, is what makes this home at 15 French Street very, very appealing. You know location, you know shops, you know Yarra Valley, you know Churnside, you know Eastlink and Eastland. I didn't mention that, but I talk about the property itself today. Nothing's created as much activity or much interest as 15 French Street. From the moment you walk in the double doors, you've got a 3-metre wide entrance, as you would have seen. The beautiful black butt flooring all the way throughout, a magnificent master suite with garden seat as well. Massive walking robe that Erin loves, as you can see, with cupboard space galore and shelving for shoes. All your monoblonics there, Chloe, can fit in there quite easily. Then you've got a massive big ensuite as well with a herringbone tiling, the dual vanities, the dual shower heads, beautifully appointed marble right throughout that ensuite as well. You have 5 bedrooms, I mentioned that earlier, of course, but 4 other bedrooms, all with robes too. Lovely formal lounge room with fireplace. I put a post on Facebook last week when we were here, the fire was going. It works beautifully in that lounge room. Then you've got a massive kitchen area with a Calcutta marble bench tops as well, with a concealed integrated coffee machines, of course. Nice big 900 ovens as well, plenty of openness, and a lovely afternoon sun comes through the west there as well over the pool. So entertainers in the crowd, if you want to entertain with your family and friends, open those doors right up. Casual open living area, all the formal lounge room as well. Beautiful bathroom appointed with separate bathtub, lovely tiling throughout, Quality fittings right throughout. Wool carpets I mentioned a bit earlier too. Double garage of course with attic storage above as well. Plenty of bathrooms off the laundry there, shower as well, coming inside from the pool. But as you've all seen the home, you know what it's like. I don't think you could walk in and criticise the home. I think you walk in, you go, wow, this is a Hampton-style home. We don't see them. We don't see them in our location, but to get them is very, very hard and very, very unique in our location. The market's still strong, guys. The papers, I think, embellish the truth. They make it probably sound better or worse than it is. I guarantee if you're thinking long-term, 5 or 10 years, you need to think that in real estate. You need to think about what you want. And today, I can guarantee you during the auction bidding is going to be a time where you probably think, I've reached a limit. Can I suggest stretch a bit more and try and secure it if it's the one you want? And think about replacement. We're selling land at the top of Morgan Avenue for $750,000 for a vacant block of land. We sold a property last week on a block of 342 or 362 square metres, lovely townhome for over $1 million in Croydon, not far from here. So when you're thinking land value, when you think quality, when you think workmanship, nothing to do, I think 15 French Street, Croydon fits the bill. Guys, I'm paid to talk, but you don't want to stand here listening to me talk all day. You want to get the bidding on the road. You've waited 4 weeks now. So over to you now. Spotlight off me. Where do I see? Where do we start? See an opening bidder offer now. 15 French Street, Croydon, in your hands. Stop me where you will. Maybe I'll go back to the start. Welcome to here today, folks. I won't do that, folks. In your hands now. Don't be afraid to be the first bidder. Can I say the first bidder often is not the first one to buy the home. Won't be knocked down to you straight away, but I would suggest great time to set the pace running and set the auction itself. In your hands. Don't be shy. I know it's as cold as a Mickey Moldhouse press conference here this morning, but you know what? Keep your hand nice and warm. Move the body around. Great time to do it in your hands now. Start me where you will. I'm happy to start it. I have no problem starting auctions. We're finishing. I don't want to buy any more homes at auctions. I've had enough of the properties at the moment. Over to you now. Oh, looks like I'm starting here today. I'm going to start on a very, very, very generous and easy bid at one. What's that car you folks? Please just put in the driveway there. We'll start it at 1.1 with me, vendor bid. At 1.1 here with me, vendor bid. I'll take a rise of 50 on the bid now to 1.150. Would be cheap buying at that now for 15 French Street. At 1.1 here with me now, make no mistake, it's right here now with me. At 1.1 we'll call 50 on the rise. At 1.1 now, first time at 1.1. Second time, you'll be getting a bargain there. Second time, $1.1 million. Third and final call, think about the land, think about golf links, think about having your friends over in summertime entertaining or in winter around the fireplace with the heating and cooling, it's all there. All there to enjoy at 1.1. I bid, fairly bid here with me, vendor bid. Third and final call, you've all done. Silent, finished at $1.1 million with me. Bales will take a 50 on the rise now, 1.150 with me here. Yeah, don't be shy. I'm not going to bite you. I'm very, very, very keen to do business here today. But the best time fitted auctions right now, public auctions, to put your hand in the air. At 1.150 with me now. I've taken a 50 now, vendor bid with me now, 1.150. Young lady, she wants to come and buy the home. At 1.150 now, I'll take 1.2 if it helps. At 1.150 with me now, don't be shy to put your hand in there and secure the property. 15, think about 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double garage, plenty of access, in-ground pool, all glass fence, nothing to do. Here we are, 1.150, we'll call it down now. Don't be shy to do it. Best to buy it under auction terms. You know your competition right beside you.
1.2 here, Paul.
1.2, good bid, madam, and welcome aboard now. And that lady sees value at 1.2 here. At 1.2, we'll keep it in 50s now. 1.2 here, front and centre. She works out the value and says, now's the time to do it and set the pace running. At 1.2 now, take a 50 on the bid. First call at 1.2. Second call at 1.2. Third final call. You all done, silent and finished. At one point would be cheap at that. If the land's worth $750 up the road it was to build the home, constructed, driveway, carpeted, beautiful doors, marble kitchens, it's no change out of 1.5. At 1.2 here, second call 1.2. Third final call, you all done, silent, finished now. At $1.2 million here, front and centre now. 1.25 with me, we'll keep it moving along, vendor bid now. At 1.25, we know it's worth more than that. At 1.25, madam, come back here if you like to 1.3 and set the pace here at the auction today. It's only money now and they're still making it. Better to be a burning comet than a dead planet. Don't miss out now. At 1.25 with me, how about your 1.3? It's only money they're still making it, madam, at one. But I can see you there in the fireplace with your socks off there, with the buffet there, sitting back like this, relaxing, enjoying the fire. And when you finish there, wait till summertime and straight out the lovely sliding doors and dive into the pool. At 125, here now with me. At 1.25, first time at 1.25. Second time at 1.25. Third final call. You all done, silent finish, 1.3. How about 725 if it helps, 1275. With me now, 1250, madam. I don't want to see you shake your head. I want to see you walk in and sign some papers and own the property. Enjoy 15 French Street. I'd hate to see you miss it at 125 with me. I'll take a 25 if it helps. Second call at 1.25. Third final call. You all done, silent finished at 1.25. Megan Vendor bid 1.3 with me, 1.3, it's here now. At 1.3, it's with me, I'll take a 25 if it helps. At 1.3 now, do the maths, folks, it would cost more to build it. You couldn't do it for that, and you couldn't live in a lovely spot like this. I'm sure we have plenty of neighbours in the crowd who love their location. They love living in Morgan or Cass or Parsons. They know the area so well. It's a beautiful place to live, especially in the warmer months. You drive down, it feels a couple of degrees cooler as you drive through the curb and channel like an English village here in the Golf Links estate. At 1.3 we're now, and I'll take 25 if it helps. Don't leave me now, madam. Just starting to get to know you there. You only made one bid. You can't make just one offer at an auction and walk away. At 1.3 with me now, I'll take a 25 if it helps. For the first time at 1.3. Second time at 1.3. Third final call. You all done, silent finished at $1.3 million. Buyers, I'm going to walk inside, get some instructions from our vendors. While I'm gone, have a think about the property itself. Think about living in this home and enjoying the whole atmosphere of what Free Street has to offer. Back in about 1 minute's time. Thank you guys for your patience. I was sweating in there. It's about 27 degrees. It is beautiful. I must admit, if it's 8 degrees out here or 4 degrees, wherever it might be inside, it's toasty warm. And only one couple, or maybe two couples, can go if they want to buy it together. But you can walk in there and sign some papers and be the new owner and enjoy 15 French Street. Buyers, as you can probably tell, we're not quite there just yet. We believe the home is worth more purely based on replacement, and to enjoy this location would be more. But at 1.3 now, happy to put it back too, but I want you to understand it is 5 bedrooms. We're at 847 square metres. It's beautifully appointed. It's all they're ready to do. If you've been waiting to bid, if you've been keeping your powder dry, waiting to the last stage of the auction, now's the time to do it and try and secure the property. I lost my pencil. She's gone somewhere, but I think I can calculate from 1.3. At 1.3 now, put it back to you for a rise of $25,000. If we don't receive a further bid, we're happy to pass the property and negotiate after auction. No problems whatsoever. If you'd like to secure it today, know your competition's right there and secure it and buy the home. Now's the time to do it. So at 1.3 now, put it back to you for 25. All new bidders welcome, all current bidders still welcome as well. At 1.3 now, call for a rise of 25 on the bid. At 1.3 now, we'll call it down 3 times, but now's the time to do it. For the first time at 1.3. Second time at $1.3 million. For the third and final call, the all done silent finish to 1 point. Let me explain something, folks. If we pass the property on a vendor bid, that means you can all come and buy it. There's an orderly queue. You'll be fighting to get in front to buy it first. If I can guarantee you one thing, if you bid now and hold the bid, we negotiate with you first. You have 15 minutes to secure the property. So if you're thinking about wanting to make a bid, now's the time to do it. Otherwise, you've got open slather, and I guarantee the best time to do it is right now. So every opportunity to bid. At 1.3, it's with me. Madam, if you'd like to come back in at 25, you're more than welcome. I want to see you purchase the property and you're buying a lovely home at that. We'll call it, it's even kiddie-friendly welcome to you. Come in, young lady, you're more than welcome to. At 1.3, we'll call it down 3 times. For the first time at 1.3. Second time at 1.3. 25 to hold the bid. Third and final call. You will done silent finish to $1.3 million. Buyers going to fully pass the property in a vendor bid of 1.325. 1.325. For those of you who couldn't bid on the auction terms, need to sell a home, need us to appraise the home, or couldn't bid on the terms, please come and see us. Try to see Simon, see Megan, see myself, Connor, Chloe, or Scott around the area, or Tim. Come and see us straight away. Have a great morning. Thanks for your attendance. Any questions, come and talk to us straight away. Have a nice weekend. Thank you very much.